Hello Pisces, this is your May forecast. The news of this month is that Mercury, planet ruling transportation, technology, communications, does go retrograde from the 18th of the month. But more about that a little bit later on. On the 3rd of May, we've got a very powerful full moon happening in Scorpio. And for you, that's happening right up here in your 9th house, Pisces. So the full moon, whenever we've got the full moon, we've got it opposite to the sun. And the full moon is shining a light on a particular area of your life. And it's shining a light for you in this 9th house. So it's a good time to look at maybe travel, anything with an international connection. It's also a good time, it's maybe shining a light on a court or a legal situation that needs to be dealt with or moved on with, or some new evidence, important evidence appearing. It's also a really good time to look at your education, your learning, what do you need to study. It's also a shining a light on the house of publishing. Publishing, sharing information, teaching. Good time to teach something. Maybe you've learned something and you're really an expert at it. Maybe you're going to write the book and publish the book and get it out there. These are all the kinds of things that this full moon is triggering. Now on the 6th of the month, we've got a lovely trine aspect happening from Pluto to the Sun. It's happening from your 11th to your 3rd house. So you could meet somebody in a group. There could be a group or a team situation where you really powerfully get on together. It's like a feeling of co-creation together. Or it could be somebody that you meet as a friend, and that friendship suddenly becomes stronger and deeper. Now on the 8th of the month, we've got Venus changing sign going into Cancer and coming beautifully into your 5th house. Venus in the 5th house. This is one of the nicest placements for Venus. It can certainly bring you a new romance for those of you who are looking for that. For those of you who are already in a relationship, this is a lovely opportunity to bring new romance and exciting energy into that relationship. It's also a very good time for those of you who are in the entertainment, the artistic, musical field. This can be a new opportunity, maybe a signing, maybe an album, maybe a release of something, but your increased popularity with that Venus in the 5th house. And it's also a good opportunity the last 3 weeks of the month to do something you really enjoy. So maybe you're going to go on a course, or do some gardening, or some painting, or some sculpture, or some music, or go to the theatre, anything cultural. It's a great time for that, and meeting maybe somebody special. Now on the 13th of the month, we've got Mars changing into this 4th house of home. So we have a lot happening for you this month in the home area. Now on the 1st of the month, From the 1st of the month, Mercury is in this 4th house and staying in your 4th house because of the retrograde until July 8th. Mercury normally stays in a sign 3 weeks or so. This is going to be over 2 months that it's in that 4th house for you, Pisces. So there's going to be a lot happening with home, with family, your environment, possibly some changes going on. Now, Mars and Mercury coming together for the last couple of weeks of the month, there may be some disagreements connected with a family member. So I would say be careful about saying anything during those last couple of weeks. Be careful maybe about taking something too personally, because it may not be meant personally. You may just say something, blurt something out that you later wish that you hadn't done. You're going to be full of big ideas. You may decide that it's time to run a business from home, to work more from home. There may be an opportunity to do that wasn't there before. Now, the Mercury retrograde from the 18th of the month until the 11th of June happening in this 4th house. It's a really good time. You're going to be reflecting on your home, your surroundings. Maybe it's time to do some renovations, some repairs, some upgrades, When we've got Mercury retrograde, it's anything beginning with the letters R-E that are very appropriate. So good time for reflection, reassessment, re-evaluating things in your life. So rather than moving forward with lots of push forward energy, and of course the Mars is going to want to make you push forward. And on the 14th and 15th of the month, Mars is actually opposite to Saturn. So I'm going to suggest that for those 2 days, you don't scatter your energies. Focus on one thing at a time and you'll be able to accomplish it. But if you try to do too many things, you're going to end up very frustrated on those 2 days of the month. Now on the 17th of the month, we've got a lovely new moon happening in your 3rd house. So we've had the full moon in the 9th, so that's a quest for meaning, looking at how you can bring more meaning into your life. And the new moon happening in the 3rd house, this is great for socializing, for getting to meet people in your neighborhood, in your area. It's great for any kind of new ideas, for marketing, for negotiating, for networking. These are all great things to do during that new moon on the 17th. On the 22nd, we've got the Sun also joining Mercury and Mars in this 4th house. So you're going to be looking at how to balance your career, the seriousness of your career, with your home life, your family, and all the things that you're trying to juggle. But with the Sun for the last week in that 4th house and Mercury retrograde, this will be a wonderful time just to look at your environment and maybe, have one little area that is your sanctuary where you can relax, rejuvenate, and revive yourself. Because it is going to be a very busy month. There you have it, my lovely Pisceans. I wish you a great month of May. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.